Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today we're discussing some of the new features we think will likely be added to New Horizons in the upcoming fall update in a few weeks time. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So as you know, since the latest Wave 2 summer update, which added the likes of the fireworks festivals, as well as Luna and her Dream Suite, there hasn't really been any official news about what's next for Animal Crossing. With that said, we do know a fall update is scheduled to release in the coming weeks, and the community as a whole has a pretty good idea of what they'd like to see, some of which has already been hinted at in previous updates, so I thought it'd be fun to take a look at some of these popular features and highlight some predictions. Now before we begin, I know a lot of you come to this channel just for the latest news, but I hope you still enjoy this style of video and it helps you get hyped for the next update. If so, please be sure to leave a quick like on the video, it helps out so much. Anyway, here are 5 popular predictions for what we can expect and hope to see in the fall update. Number 1. Quality of life. So for those that play New Horizons regularly, whether you have been developing your island since launch or have only just begun playing, you've probably already noticed some of the features in New Horizons are a little long-winded or can seemingly be improved in some way. Now this is by no means me hating on New Horizons, but it's a fairly popular viewpoint right now that some parts of the game require a lot of button mashing or repetitive cycles in order to do something that realistically could be made much more efficient. And this is where quality of life adjustments and updates come in. Animal Crossing New Horizons has been out for around 5 months now, which is absolutely insane, and I think the game has been out long enough now and has received enough feedback from the community that we'll finally start seeing more quality of life improvements added in the fall update. Of course, this is quite a subjective topic, but some popular things that could be improved include being able to craft multiple items at the same time. The classic is of course crafting batches of fish bait instead of spending ages doing one at a time. Some other examples include increasing the stackable limit for items like crafting materials. It really makes no sense that we can hold 99 weeds but only 30 pieces of wood or 10 bamboo shoots. And of course, I think the biggest quality of life adjustment I'm almost certain we'll see in the fall update is more storage. It's something that's mentioned pretty much every time a new update comes out, and we know the Animal Crossing team listens to the community since they nerfed the spawn rates of the eggs over Easter. Now finally, I think they could also do something about the wetsuit, either by being able to finally add it to the wand or not having to remove it when visiting the Able Sisters, because I know you all feel the same way. But what do you think? Do you think we'll see quality of life updates in the fall update, and what improvements would you like to see? Let us know in the comments below. Number 2. Katrina and Luck. Now before we get into some features we're pretty confident are returning in the fall update, I just wanted to quickly discuss Katrina and the luck mechanic. For those that have played previous Animal Crossing games, you'll know the luck mechanic affected many aspects of the game, such as affecting how villagers interact with you on that day, or determining whether or not you find rare items, and even how many bells you'll find or earn. This was quite an awesome feature in the past and can even be influenced by the player. For example, you could increase your luck by using the art of feng shui by designing your home in a particular way, or by using lucky items and clothing to change how lucky you are. Furthermore, the special character Katrina, who is heavily linked to the luck feature, often visits towns in past games and is known for reading the player's fortune to determine the type of luck they have. Now the reason I bring this up is that luck appears to slowly be making a comeback into New Horizons. At launch, the luck mechanic didn't seem to exist. Now we can see signs of it returning. Most notably, since the most recent update, tripping over and falling to the ground is now a thing. This often happens when running whilst wearing the King Tut mask, which is said to be cursed or bring the person wearing it bad luck, but you can also trip over while running with balloons, which was another item added in the latest update. Tripping and falling were caused in past games by having bad luck, so there does seem to be elements of the luck mechanic returning. Furthermore, there have been many reports from players experiencing things like wasps chasing them faster than usual, which could be a sign of bad luck, as well as finding more 99k bells in shiny dig spots than usual, which could be a sign of good luck. With all this in mind, it's become quite a popular prediction that the luck mechanic will return in full in the next update, and hopefully along with Katrina, who will likely stop by the plaza in her mystical tent to read our fortunes. Number 3. Brewster. Now, something that has even been hinted at in past data mines is the return of a cafe you probably know as the Roost. The Roost is a shop featured in most of the past Animal Crossing mainline games, and it's basically a coffee house run by Brewster, a fan favourite special character where you could go and buy coffee and hang out with villagers and friends. As recent as New Leaf, the Roost was its own building that you could unlock and place pretty much anywhere you like in town. However, in earlier games it was a part of the museum. Anyway, it's pretty common knowledge by now that references to this cafe have been uncovered in recent data mines and is something that will likely be added to New Horizons. Now, given the nature of the cafe, it's much more likely to be something that would be added during the autumn as the season begins to change and the days get colder and windier. Now, whether or not the cafe is added as a standalone shop remains to be seen, but it's a popular prediction that Brewster will return along with the Roost sometime during the fall. Autumn begins in September, so personally I think the fall update will probably be divided into two halves, just like the summer update was, and we'll see one special character such as Brewster return in the first half, spanning September, and Jack, the Halloween character, returning in a Wave 2 update for October. But what do you think? Will there be two fall updates? Let us know your predictions in the comments. Number 4. Gyroids. Now, I've spoken about Gyroids before, but for those that are new to the channel and new to Animal Crossing, Gyroids are basically a collectible furniture item that come in all kinds of shapes and sizes and have different appearances and sounds. They've been in the game since the original, and it was very surprising not to see them in New Horizons at launch, which is the first time they've been removed from an Animal Crossing game. Anyway, typically gyroids would be found when digging up dig spots after it has been raining, so instead of finding a fossil, you dig up one of well over 100 unique gyroids. Collecting them is a pretty fun side quest for those that like to complete things, but they also make for awesome decorations and help build different atmospheres. Now, in recent games, gyroids are heavily linked to Brewster, the owner of the Roost. He's a collector himself, and in the past offers a way to store them so you're not wasting your own storage. He even has some gyroids based around himself. Now, along with Brewster, references to gyroids have also been uncovered in data mines, so it's reasonable to think if Brewster returns, gyroids could too. And what better time to add something new to collect just as people are beginning to complete their fossil collections. Gyroids would of course give another reason to continue digging up dig spots. Personally, I'm a huge fan of gyroids, but I wouldn't be against having to craft them. After all, they're made of clay, and that's something we have infinite amounts of already around our islands. Number 5. Spooky furniture. Now, the one thing we know for sure is that Jack, the Halloween pumpkin special character, is set to return in the fall update. That's a given. Based on this, we can assume a Halloween event much like the Bunny Day event will also return to celebrate the Halloween holiday for the first time on the New Horizons island. Now, in terms of predicting what will be added alongside this, all we can really guess is that new furniture will also be added. Again, think Bunny Day egg furniture, but for Halloween. In previous games, Jack was the go-to character for obtaining limited time seasonal items such as the Spooky set, which is a bright orange pumpkin themed furniture set pretty much modelled after Jack himself, as well as the Creepy set, which is typically made up of scary Halloween themed items such as gravestones and coffins. So it's not unrealistic to predict we'll see a bunch of new furniture items, many of which themed around the Halloween celebrations, also return in the fall update. Again, it's quite possible the fall update will span 2 or more waves, depending on how much content they add, but it's a popular prediction that the Halloween event along with the corresponding furniture will return. So there we have it. That was 5 predictions that we could see included in the fall update that's expected to arrive in the coming weeks. Of course, autumn or fall, depending on what you call it, starts on September the 1st, I believe, in Animal Crossing, so there's a good chance the update will arrive a day or two before then, so hopefully this means we're only a few days away from seeing an actual trailer that reveals some of the content that will be added. But what do you think about the fall update? Do you think the update will come all at once? And do you think Brewster and the cups of coffee will be included? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Anyway, for now, that pretty much wraps up this video. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any New Horizons news. Until then, I'd like to give a special thank you to this channel's Patreon supporters, as well as this channel's members. You guys absolutely rock and truly help me upload as regularly as I do. I couldn't do it without you. Don't forget to head over to our Discord server too, and of course, if you made it to the end of the video, please comment "fall" just to let me know you did. That would be super awesome, and please be sure to include whether or not you want the coffee mechanic to return too. I'd love to know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. Please be sure to leave a like if you did. Thanks for watching, I hope you have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.